Hello, my name is Mark Strachan. I'm Chief Executive of Skiplex. Welcome to Skiplex. I was in Dublin staying with a friend of mine who had a little boy, Matthew, who said he'd been skiing, and this was only August, and I thought that can't be true. Anyway, yes, he'd been down to the Dublin ski centre, so I went along, had a go on this artificial ski slope that is about the size of a squash court. And it's a track that goes round and round, and it can be controlled by a handheld remote control that can speed the track up or slow it down and change the elevation. And I thought it was fantastic. So I then discovered that it was made by a Dutch company, and I rang them up and I said, where can I do this in the UK? And they said, you can't. So I got straight on a plane to Amsterdam and saw the Dutch guys and discovered that the rights for the UK were available. So I came back with those in my pocket. Skiplex is an intensive learning experience. When you're on the ski slopes, if you have skied in a lesson before, you will probably recall your instructor goes miles down and then says, come on, come down, and it's only in the last few feet that he can actually see what you're doing. And there are often several of you in the group. In addition, you can't really see what you're doing. You can't see whether you're improving or not. But here in a Skiplex, we've got an instructor who can stand right beside you and be right with you when you're skiing to make improvements. And there's also a mirror at the bottom of the slope so that you can see your improvements for yourself.
You can look at the mirrors here and you can check yourself out, make sure you're skiing properly, and it's the best way to self-correct.
I've skied on snow, I've skied and taught on a dry slope, and this is by far the safest place I've ever skied. It's so controllable, it's so safe for the clients. It's really nice to teach somebody and not be scared.
Of the 100 centres that there are in Europe, the learning experience is 8 times faster on this slope than it is in the Alps, and there is no better way to prepare yourself for your holiday than come to a Skiplex.
You can go on a ski holiday and you spend the first 3 days on the beginner slopes, doing the basic stuff and falling over and travelling slowly. Or you can come here, you can get really ready. When you get on snow, you actually know what you're doing, you're going to have more fun out of it, and you're going to be fitter. I mean, we've seen an increase in fitness in people even after 4 classes.
We've even had Chemmy Alcott here today, ranked number 8 in the world. She's come all the way to test it out, and she absolutely loved it. I'm just thrilled with the way that she took to it.
It was awesome, it was really good fun. And this kind of takes away a part of that uncertainty in travelling and spending all that money and effort and going to the Alps, because you can have a go here, and the learning kind of improvements that you make on this will be hugely advanced. I mean, we're talking, there's no ski lifts, there's no, travelling in the morning. It's all put in front of you, and you go until you're tired and you stop. And that repetition is really important when you're learning something new. Practice makes you perfect.
For my own personal skiing, it's amazing for my technique. I've improved since working here.
Training on these slopes greatly does improve my chances of skiing to the max.
I've had the benefit of being a ski racer, a professional ski racer for the last 10 years. I've skied all my life, and that's something that I've got used to. To bring that home to Britain and to make it more easily accessible for people in Britain to learn to ski, I think that's an amazing opportunity. And then, one of these comes along and you can say, well, get yourself down to a Skiplex and have a go at skiing.
I believe we can build up an estate of Skiplex ski centres, and I'm just so excited because there aren't any in the UK. There are over 100 of these across Europe, but not one in the UK, and I plan to change that.